Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your dungeon master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 245, and it is the second episode of the Battle of Mughamara. There is a lot happening, a lot going on, and I just want to dig into it. So let me give a huge thank you to our patrons at patreon.com/Adventure Inc. Patrons like Michael, Feral Joe, Michael, Tony, and Kim. Without our patrons, I'm telling you, there's really, really cool stuff I'm working on, and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. And it's not that far away, and it wouldn't be happening without the patrons. So thank you so much to all of them. All of our patrons are incredible. If you are not a patron, you can become a patron by going over to patreon.com/Adventure Inc., signing up there, and getting your own RSS feed that gets all the bonus material right to your podcatcher of choice. Whatever software you use, whatever device you're on, you fire up that Zune and get yourself this custom RSS feed that will get you every episode. All the regular episodes, too, are up there, but then all the bonus material as well. And I suspect as things draw near, there will be some exciting stuff coming down the line that you don't want to miss. So come and join us. That's all I'll say about that. All right, let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth the monk.
A lighter subject, how's the whole corruption of the Iora Church going?
On a lighter subject?
Yeah.
Jebeddo the rogue.
We're basically family. So do you want to admit to your family that all you want to do is learn how to read so that you can read pornos?
Jennuvera the sorcerer.
Oh my god, guys, it worked! The plan worked!
High five!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! We should have a plan more often!
Asher the druid barbarian.
With my nipples? Why are my nipples not convincing?
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated. Keth, lizard folk begin to bang on the door of Adonan's shop. Around you are various potions, poultices, cauldrons, and things that you don't know. You don't have any idea what you're looking at around here in terms of actual effect of anything. But the door is the bar across the door is beginning to splinter as they slam on it over and over again. What are you going to do?
Keth runs up to the door and yells in lizard tongue.
Oh,
because
right.
He's a monk.
Oh, right. He knows
I know
every language.
So he yells out, and he's just like, they are dead. You can go. Go get the others. They're dead in here. And because he's not used to speaking or
give me a deception check.
It super works. It's super effective.
Charisma -1. 16.
Okay. One of the lizard folk on the other side says, "What the hell are you talking about?"
There was some sort of wizardry here, potions that they sealed the inside, but there was a big mess upstairs. They're all like liquid and it's disgusting, but I'm trying to get out and join you, brother. Go to the army, join and destroy them.
You don't even sound like a lizard folk. And he kicks the door down. They smash in the door, and three of them stumble in and draw weapons on you. So go ahead and make an attack. or a series of attacks.
Can Keth cast Verdum up? As soon as the door bursts, can he cast?
You still feel like it's it hasn't like recharged yet.
Okay, very good. Uh, 27, 25, 23, 26, 23.
Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, you hit 5 times. And I think you're like throwing hits at each of them, you know? You're just like you're fighting all 3 of them pretty much at the same time.
Yeah. 44 plus 30, 74 total damage.
Okay. Yeah, you crack into all of them. 2 of them, you just you smash a Redeemer across his face. It snaps his neck. He falls. The other one, you manage to slam in the head with the Redeemer and then hit him again on the backswing to knock him away. The other one, you punch and you kick, and he gets 1 crack in against you, dealing you 10 bludgeoning damage as he just smashes into your head with a club.
Cool. Bonus action. He looks around for Adnan's perpetually brewing cauldron, and he wants to throw it.
Okay. Yeah, there is a cauldron on the fire. The fire is burned down to embers at this point. But whatever's in there is a very sticky, overdone tar-like substance. So you grab it and you toss it. Are you trying to toss what's in it at him, or are you just trying to toss the cauldron at him?
Yes, both. Just
okay.
I imagine it'll splash at him, but throw in the cauldron and.
All right, give me a strength check.
Gets less good at these now. 8.
Okay. You grab the cauldron to try and toss it at him, but you get a bad angle. Plus it's hot. So you just grab it and spill it out over the floor, and it the sticky tar-like substance, there's enough of it that it just pushes out over the floor, and covers up his feet, and he screams in pain at the heat of this substance sticking to his feet, and then he tries to pull, and it has already hardened. You can see it on the floor. It's just rock hard, and there's no way he's getting out of it.
Keth laughs.
Jebeddo, what command do you give as you smash this crystal? The eyes begin to glow. You can see they are waiting for something.
Yeah, Jebeddo looks at them and says, "Kill the lizard folk in Knowles."
They, all 8 of them, turn, smash out the side of the attic here, just dropping.
Kool-Aid Man?
Yeah. Did I say there were 2 rows of 8 or 1 row of 8?
Yes.
2 rows.
2 rows of 8.
All 16 of them turn toward the wall, and just one row after the other, just smash right out of the building down into the street. And you look out into this now gaping hole that looks down below. There is just. Immediately they have just started turning and just murdering these lizard folk in Knowles, tearing them apart.
Oh my god.
Yeah, literally tearing them apart. Just picking them up and they're screaming and running. They are highly effective at this particular task.
I did it. I gave the right command. Jebeddo's gonna head down the stairs to start basically ransacking Adnan's for whatever alchemical components he can find to make explosions.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. EllisonJennuvera, you guys are moving closer. The ogre's dying allowed a huge portion of the army to push forward.
27.
27, yeah. Okay, great. You know what you're looking for. So you guys get to push forward. You're probably now about 30 feet away from the edges of Mughamara, and you can hear screams coming from the streets of Mughamara, of lizard folk and gnolls. But as you push forward, you've been stopped again by all of these bodies. So go ahead and let me know what you're doing this round. Asher, you are still a spinning cyclone of air.
And I assume Moonbeam is still up with me.
Yeah.
Actually, how long does Moonbeam last? That's a good question.
Probably a minute.
A minute. Is it
So
gone?
you got, no.
Okay, word.
You've done 3 rounds, so you've got
Sure.
7 to go.
Heck yeah. The Moonbeam does 6. Ugh, this is a bad one. This is not a great round for Moonbeam. 9, 10, 11. It only does 11 damage. It's been doing less and less. And then roll to see if Whirlwind recharges. It does. And I'm going to do Whirlwind again, baby. Another strength saving throw. DC 13. Whoever fails, take this. 8, 14, 15, 16, 17 bludgeoning damage. And is knocked prone.
Okay.
Plus an additional, 3 bludgeoning if they get thrown into something.
Yeah, you launch a whole bunch of lizard folk and gnolls, away. You're just tearing a huge space for the army to push through. So, let's see. You guys continue to push forward. Jennuvera, what are you going to do?
I am going to cast Vitriolic Sphere into a crowd.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
41.
Okay. So
And then 13 on their next turn.
Okay. Yeah, you drop that vitriolic sphere pretty much just between you and the town. And when you do, you burn away a whole bunch of these lizard folk and gnolls, a whole bunch of others jump out of the way, and the path is straight shot after that bubble explodes for a huge portion of the army to just push. And so within seconds, you guys make your way onto the streets of Mughamara, pushing through the lizard folk and gnolls on the outside, and the rest of the army is just coming in behind you, fighting retreat into the city itself. As you pass to the other side, the city is still overrun with lizard folk and gnolls. There's more lizard folk and gnolls here than you've ever seen people in Mughamara. But it is more sparsely populated than the fields were, and so your movement through here is less impeded if there are places you're trying to go or things you're trying to do in here. One thing you do notice immediately is that there is some carnage in this street. Where you have entered into there's a large square of roads that make up the bulk of Mughamara. Where you have entered into, right near Adonan's shop, there are a number of these robots that he built, that look very similar to what Klug used to be, that have just torn this place up. It is ugly. So a little space has been cleared that allows you to build a little staging area right here. And so for you, Keth and Jebeddo, you watch as the space in front of the shop now becomes your friends and allies begin to flood into that space.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
Jebeddo, in your searching, you also found 1 superior healing potion.
Oh, nice. In addition to all my explosive
Materials,
hunting?
yes.
Great.
You also found 4 potions. You don't know what they are?
Great. He takes them for sure.
Okay, great. Yeah, you don't know what they are. Right. you look at them and you have alchemy knowledge and you don't know what they are. So,
Yep. I don't. Keth, how you doing down there, bud? Jebeddo yells down the stairs.
Making progress. How are you? It sounds like you were successful.
Oh man, yeah, you should see them out there in the streets. They're going nuts.
All right,
Jebeddo comes
we're good.
down the stairs, and what does he see?
Oh, see, I thought you had already come down and were ransacking this area for materials.
I guess I always pictured Adnan's shop as 3 floors.
I did too, but his second
I
floor
pictured it
would...
as 1. So
Me too.
See, I pictured it as 3 floors from what you guys have been describing, but I didn't think there was anything on the second floor for you to find. All
I
of your
assumed it was
investigation
a
would have
shop,
been...
and there was like an underground where the robots were, but apparently they're
yeah,
above.
a basement.
Like,
Yeah, no, so from what we had described here, I was picturing shop, right, where he used to live. Like, he used to have his quarters there.
Sure, okay.
And then the attic. And so, obviously Throsh isn't going to let him keep a whole bunch of robots in the new house. So he kept them in his workshop there. But then his shop was down on the first floor. So that's where I think you got all the materials from. So you're already down there.
Great.
Yeah. And you're seeing the crew like load into the street in front.
Yeah.
You're so busy looking for things, and so you're like, "Hey, how you doing over there?" And Keth's like fighting for his life.
Right, yeah, exactly. Are there bad guys here?
There is one lizard folk in here. His feet are literally like glued to the floor. He cannot move them. This resin that has he's got his feet trapped in is so hard. He's flailing, but it is nothing he can do.
You want me to take care of this one, or you got it?
I got it. And Keth, non-lethal, tries to knock him out.
Just leaves him. It's just, no, we're fine. Yeah, you.
Are you sure? It doesn't seem practical to waste a good taste like that.
I mean,
just give me a little bit of it.
Why are you trying to knock him out? Why not just kill him?
Well, he's already defeated, right? Like we don't need to.
But it's fun.
I mean, like we've been doing a lot. I think you and I can let Keth have this one. He needs to catch up.
Oh, do you think his weapon loves blood as much as I do?
I love blood.
Honestly, no. I don't think it's possible.
He doesn't even go in anyone.
Can I be a sword so I can go in someone?
No, you're staying exactly as you are, and Keth makes the clubs a little bit thicker.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
You easily knock him out. He can't. He's just stuck standing there. He can't dodge or anything. So you just smash him in the head, and he's unconscious.
Falls over, breaks his ankles because his feet are stuck.
Yeah. He kind of
he
does
gone
the
backwards.
thing. Yeah, he does the thing where like he squats basically. He's now squatting down, unconscious.
He LARPing unconscious.
Yeah.
You know those old toys that had the button on the bottom and they would collapse?
Yeah, ragdoll.
And then you'd let it go and they would stand back up again? That's what I'm picturing.
Sure, that's
Cool.
perfect. We've got a slam man out in the street, and we've got one of those.
Slam man.
Great.
Keth says, I'm going to head back up to the roof and take out the archers. Yeah, I'll see you later. To Jebeddo.
Okay.
Yeah. Jebeddo fist bumps him on the way by, and Jebeddo goes back outside to meet up with the crew.
Okay.
All right, where do you need me?
You're already gone.
Who are you asking?
Who are you talking to?
Didn't you say like everybody's outside, like building?
Yes. Who explicitly are you asking?
Whoever's like, because are Jennuvera and Asher there?
Jennuvera is for sure.
Great. Then Jennuvera.
Okay.
Great. That's all I needed to know. It's like, are you asking just like some fucking guy? And he's like, I don't even know what's going on right now.
No,
Where do you
I
need
never.
me?
What do you
Yeah,
need me?
I'm asking a stranger.
Well, that's why I was asking.
How does it feel? How does it feel to go from nothing to being in charge of everything? You tell me how it feels.
Get out of here.
Anthony, in air elemental form, I'd like to assist Keth in just knocking like archers off of the roofs Just
Yeah, so, okay. So, Roof, you run up to the attic, and you see that there's a giant hole in the wall that you can jump out of or get up onto the roof.
Roof.
Oh,
It's
you're a
roof time.
Pokemon? You can only say your own name.
Roof's
so-
evolution is ceiling.
So Asher and Rufus climb to the top of. So Asher, you can just like give me an attack roll for that, and
How many?
Keth, just one. Keth, similarly, you can you climb up onto a building and you can make attack rolls as well. I guess Asher, make a number of attack rolls equal to the number of attack rolls you make.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Guess.
I should have said just standard amount.
Yeah. 22 and 13.
Okay, roll the 22.
Okay.
17's my lowest hit roll.
Roll them all, baby. You got it. You did it.
16 bludgeoning damage.
16 bludgeoning. Okay.
Yep. And then
62 damage.
do not
Okay.
charge.
So, yeah, Asher, you knock one guy off a building.
I missed the other one.
Yeah, you missed the other one, but Keth knocks the two off of his building and leaps across the roadway to the next building, and like he falls a little bit, but clambers up the side and kicks both of those guys off the building. Also,
Nice.
so
Tries to high five Asher.
Asher also does and make a, I guess, like a balance check.
An attack.
Like, just make I blow you over. I don't know.
All right, 28 for dexterity.
Yeah, you're good.
So this area feels relatively secure. Your space that you are in here in the city or in the town. But there are definitely lizard folk and gnolls around everywhere. The robots have just like made their way into the crowd and are just being like overwhelmed, but they are taking all kinds of creatures down with them. So as you guys have taken your breath here, Jennuvera and Jebeddo, what are you two doing?
Talking about the plan.
Yeah, Jebeddo is awaiting an answer. For what do you want me to do?
So, what percentage of the army is left standing? Do you want me to fly up and see what percentage of the army is left standing?
Yeah, and then we can figure out where to go from here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Jennuvera flies up. Now, what percentage of the army is left standing?
So from your best estimates, you would say about 75% of their army remains. You guys have cut your way through. You've tried to, like hell to move through, and you've killed a lot of lizard folk and gnolls, and there are a lot left to go. The town itself has much lower numbers all around, but you also notice that the ogres that you fought were not alone. There is a group of ogres on the other side of town that are making their way down the streets towards you guys. They seem to be being led by a unit that does not appear to be lizard folk and gnolls, and they appear to be in blue armor. Your army, on the other hand, you would say you probably got 6 platoons in here before the power that was blowing open the hole died away, which it has done, and that hole is resealed behind you. And so, as you've cut your way in, the lizard folk and gnolls filled in basically behind you. There's no path to the outer wall now. You would say that your army, you had 6, now you're down to 5. You've lost like a sixth of your army on the way over here. So there's still, you still feel like you've done pretty well, but you've taken some heavy losses.
Okay, so what do you have from Adnan that me and Elatrix could like sprinkle over big groups to make them explode faster?
Oh, sure. And Jebeddo pulls out 3 vials of alchemist fire that he found. These would definitely do that. And then he. Oh no, that won't work. Sorry. I got distracted. I thought about all the gunpowder I found. I can't figure out a way for you to use that from above. I think I'm going to have to figure out something down here.
Okay.
But these will definitely do it.
Okay. One per quadrant, or one for 3 quadrants. So how much? How many do you think they can take out each?
Great question. Let me look it back up. It's not that great, actually. Alchemist Fire is not as strong as I thought it would be.
It's not that great.
Sounds like it would be pretty strong.
Yeah, it turns out it's 1d4 fire damage.
Please don't tell Jennifer.
Rules as written.
Thank you so much, Jebeddo. So how many do you think they can take out?
One.
Right. I think, you know what you could do with it? So, like, over on the west side of town where all the, like, oil is to, like, heat the buildings and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
If you drop this over there, I bet it would do some massive damage.
And that's where the new armies are coming from, so we could we could slow their progress by creating a firewall between what's happening here and them.
I mean, it would definitely stop the people on the other side for sure.
All right, awesome. I'm going to go do that real quick.
Okay.
She do.
Yeah, so
And she do.
give me a... we're going to say dexterity. Give me a dexterity check.
15.
Okay, so you fly over there. You're trying to aim your alchemist fire down to where these, I guess, oil depot is.
Yeah.
It
Perfectly
exists.
placed oil
The
depot.
gas
Yeah.
station.
Yeah. Sure. You throw the alchemist fire down. You do create this a bit of a firewall, and you watch as the ogres like rear back from it. But the blue-clad warriors just like push through. They like burst through the flame. They are all running at a full sprint down the pathway. They're like in front of what remains, the small pieces that remain of the spellslingers, and they are making their way toward the corner that leads. Like basically, they'll be able to turn a left and be dead in front of your group. So they're closing the distance very quickly. Now that they're getting a little bit closer, you are relatively certain that these are dragon spying.
Jebeddo is going to pour the gunpowder from Adonan's house down and around the corner of the street, past the next building, so that he'll be able to light it, and it'll like lead back to Adonan's to blow everything else up that's in there.
Okay, so you're going like up the street or down?
Yeah.
Down
like
toward...
away from the armies.
Okay, yeah. And the rest of your units or whatever are like the armies are really focused on holding a perimeter here, so that because the lizard folk and gnolls are still trying to like push their way in, so you are able to do that. And this space is clear, but the armies aren't just like standing around doing nothing. They're still fighting lizard folk and gnoll at the edges. Okay. Asher and Keth. Asher and Keth, from where you guys are, you can also see what Jennuvera is seeing as this group begins to make their way toward the corner to turn to come down the street where you guys are.
I'm gonna try and like I'm just gonna try and moonbeam them. There's nothing.
So the
complicated about
moonbeam, yeah, you'd have to move the moonbeam real far to get to them, because the moonbeam at this point is like behind you.
Oh right, 'cause it moves pretty slow, anyways.
Yeah, it only moves like 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can still kill lizard folk and gnolls on your way, but it's going to be a while before it gets to them.
That's like, I mean, I do that with the moonbeam and a bunch of lizard folk and gnomes.
Oh god.
Oh god, sorry, Jebeddo. Take about 20 damage. No, they don't. They take 17 damage.
Okay.
And I mean, if they're charging at us, right?
Sort of. They haven't They haven't hit your road yet, but they're charging on the perpendicular road.
Okay. I'd like to continue to knock archers off roofs if they're there, and if not, knock as many. Basically, try and make a wall of the opposing army to impede their movement. Just push a bunch of lizard folk in the way of the dragon spine with as an air elemental.
Yeah, they're far enough away that you can't really.
Well, I'm just gonna whirlwind, just regular whirlwind.
That's fine.
Just
great.
Hit as many as I can. They have to make it
Cool.
save. DC
Great.
something.
They fail.
Okay, sweet. They all are knocked prone and take a lot of damage. They take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bludgeoning and are flung 20 feet in a random direction and knocked prone.
Great. Keth, what are you going to do?
Keth yells out the dragon spine approaching from the west, and then he's going to continue and try and take out all the archers on all of the roofs.
Okay, yeah. This area, you feel pretty confident you could push into the next area and try to start taking out archers. That's fine. You can move 120 feet, so you can do it. You can get there.
You keep swinging. I'll hit aside from a nat 1 on one of my Redeemer strikes.
Okay. Noted.
Okay. $50 damage.
Okay, yeah, you knocked 3 more out. And then let's see. So the archers do make attacks at the 4 of you, as well as some of the other parts of the army. Dag. Okay. Everyone takes an arrow. Asher and Jennuvera, you take a serious arrow. So Asher, they fire into the center of your whirling mass and deal you 17.
Is it magical piercing damage?
No.
Then
No.
I take half because I have resistance as an air elemental. Air elemental.
Great.
So
Jennuvera, you take 15. Keth, you take 7.
Keth catches it.
Ooh.
do it.
But
Keth tries to catch it.
So yeah, he reduces it to 0, so he catches it.
Oh, okay.
1d10 plus dexterity plus monk level. Yeah. He just catches. He catches it and doesn't spend the key to throw it back, so he just tosses it to the side.
Okay, and then Jebeddo, you take 10.
All right.
So the dragon spine turns the corner. They are facing straight at you, Jennuvera, Jebeddo. Asher, you're on the edge with the army, throwing dudes with your cyclone.
Hell yeah.
Keth, you're up on the roof. As the dragon spine turn the corner, they begin to let out these roars, and they reach in within themselves, and they begin to glow. As they too sprout blue wings out the back, their faces contort with this, as scales begin to form on their skin, and they take on these half-dragon appearances as they make their way down. They open their mouths, and cracks of lightning begin spraying down the alley at you guys. So, Jebeddo, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw. Jennuvera, you're in the air. They don't fire at you. And no one else is on the ground except soldiers. But, Jebeddo, I need actually 2 dex saves.
Oh, boy. All right.
That is a 29 on the first one.
Okay.
And a 12 because I have a plus 11 to my saving throw on the second one.
Yipes. You still take half though, right? Because it's Dex. That's good.
So you backflip. The first one comes at you, and you backflip over the arcing lightning. And as you sail through the air over this first bolt, a second one comes piercing through and just nails you for 29 lightning damage as it crackles out of their mouths.
Is that after the half?
No.
Okay. So 29 divided by 2. 14 and a half, so 15. And then can I use my reaction to take half of that?
The reaction ability just says whenever you would take damage, you can use your reaction to take half that damage instead?
Yeah. Uncanny dodge. Use reaction to take half damage against you.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
The thunder begins to rumble again above you as well. The cloud has been following.
As soon as they come around the corner, Jebeddo lights the gunpowder to blow Adnan's shop.
Okay. So you and the army are back behind the shop, basically? If the shop's halfway down the street?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you light the fuse. They are charging forward. The fuse, like, down the street, just as they're charging up. It goes up over into the edge of the building. It's up on the steps and inside. And then there's just like a few seconds of silence as they move closer and closer. And
Jebeddo puts his back against the wall and crosses his fingers and closes his eyes and plugs his ears.
There is a sudden, massive, booming explosion as the entirety of Adnan's shop and the two buildings next to it just fucking explode. A huge plume of green and purple fire and smoke blast out from the front of the facade of the building as it just tears across these Dragonspine as they're coming forward. The whole thing is just like all of a sudden the air is filled with this acrid, yellow, horrible smelling smoke that's like sort of blocking your vision. Everyone in this area, Jennuvera, you just see like this plume of yellow smoke here. You can't see through it. And it takes a second as everything clears. You've taken out 3 of the Dragonspine with this explosion. There are still 3 standing in the street. And Adnan looks more surprised than anybody. You catch him out of the corner of the eye. He's standing there. He's just like,
I give him a thumbs up.
he's like, I wonder if that was the sulfur powder. No, that doesn't make any sense. He's really trying to.
It was the soup all along.
He's really trying to puzzle it out. Okay. So
yeah, and then Jebeddo peeks the other side of the rubble wall behind him to see the damage that he's caused.
Yeah, a brick falls. Jennuvera, what are you going to do? There are still three Dragonspine in the street.
Synaptic Static on the 3 Dragonspine. I assume they're in a 20-foot.
Yeah, so 40-foot diameter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get them.
Yeah, because they're just people, right? Well, even though they look like half dragons, they're still just people size.
Yes, they're still people size.
Okay.
They are.
So
it's
gonna be an intelligence save.
One save.
Okay. $38 plus they take a d6 and subtract it from all of their rolls.
Okay. Great. Asher?
I will, since Moonbeam is still so far away, I would like to rage in air elemental form. So I turn into a cyclone of sand, I guess, now. Just flying around. And I charge into the dragon spine. So they need to... And then, I do another whirlwind because it recharged. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15 to make sure they're not blinded, and then a Strength saving throw, DC 15 to make sure they're not knocked prone.
Okay. I have 2 that save and 1 that's blinded.
Did they minus stuff for Synaptic Static, or is that only... Okay.
They did.
Okay. The Whirlwind attack, they take nearly max damage. I rolled a 10, a 9, and a 6. So that's nice. 25.
All three of them are affected by that.
Yeah, they take 25, and then some of them are blinded.
Okay.
And are pushed
and they
away.
get launched. Okay, yeah.
20 feet.
Yeah.
If they hit
Sure.
they hit a building, they take more damage.
Okay. 2 of them, it looks like, don't get back up. One of them, who is not blinded, he stands up like he looks furious. Let's see. So I guess he says, "You are the traitor," and he lets loose another lightning blast. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
I flip him off, and I let's see what happens. Dexterity saving. Wow. Plus, so I use the air elementals dex, which is +5. So, is 24, 23 is 23 good?
Yeah, that'll do it. He's.
And I
He
have
also draws a
resistance,
blade.
too. Okay.
He also draws a blade and charges at you. This blade, you can see, seems to be made from some part of a dragon. Like, it's a long blade that looks like it was carved from claw.
Sure.
And he takes a couple of swings at you. What's your AC as a air elemental?
So it's 15, but with the barbarian bit, 17.
Okay, 1 hit
Okay.
for 7 slashing. Magical.
Okay.
Yeah, he rolled a 1.
Oh no. I look him up and down in air elemental form, and I like scoff at him, but it's just like, because I'm an air
Great.
elemental.
Okay. So how about the rest of you? What's happening for... everyone needs to make a dex saving throw. As the lightning blasts down from the sky.
17.
9. Whoops.
26.
19.
All right. So, Asher, you take 28 thunder damage.
So 14.
Or lightning damage, rather.
Still 14.
It is magical.
He's resistant to lightning damage.
Okay, that makes sense since he's an air elemental.
Yeah. I have 69 hit points, guys.
Nice.
Thanks,
Nice.
everybody.
Okay. So now what are you guys going to do this round?
How close is Keth to the remaining dragon spine?
So you're up on the top of the building. You're actually, if you drop down into the street, you would be behind him from where everyone else is. But you could get there easily with your movement.
Nice. Could Keth use his momentum to land on top of him and try and attack him from above?
Yeah. The answer is
That's
yes.
pretty cool.
Yeah, you run down the building roof a little bit and then leap off the roof and try to land on him. You are going to have to make a dexterity check to do that.
Okay.
But if you succeed, you'll have advantage on the attack. And if you fail, it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Don't mess up your backflip, bud.
Me. It's gonna hurt me.
Yes, correct.
Ooh, nice. 27.
Okay, so you do have advantage on this attack, the first attack, as you have leapt off this building, lined yourself up, and seem to be poised to land perfectly on him.
Cool. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. And then. All my lowest rolls is 6 on the remainder. So. $73 damage.
Okay, yeah, you leap down there. Wait, did you say 6 was the lowest on the remainder?
6 was the lowest, yeah, so it would be 19 to hit.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, yeah,
I was like, 6 is not going to hit. I don't know why you're
Only relevant for me.
So you leap down, you smash into them, or smash into the dragon spine. You just start swinging in, and then I think you've knocked him down. You're slammed on him with the Redeemers, and then you just like stand up and are just stomping on him, and he's dead.
I like the idea that he's just like looked at me and was like, "You're the traitor," and then just like face plants, and it's like someone's just like punching on him.
What's up, Asher?
Thumbs up. Big airy thumbs up.
And Keth just scans around to see his next victim.
You're currently in my rage sandstorm. I'm sorry.
He can't see anything.
He can't see shit.
He's scanning real hard though. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, so between the smoke and the sand, is there someone Jebeddo can see?
So there are still not really. There are still lizard folk and gnolls at the periphery that are being held off by soldiers that you could attack. But in terms of like what's here in this street, it looks pretty clear on this street. Like you could spread the soldiers out and hold this street.
Great. How far away is the closest ogre?
Though they have not made their way around because they were cut off by the fire.
Okay. All right, kid. What do we want? We just want some chumps?
Yeah?
All right.
Let's get some chumps.
Give her what she wants, and Jebeddo runs to the chumps to stab some lizard folk and gnolls.
Chump
I
them
guess.
up.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak into the area first. It's a 21.
Okay. 21 hits.
Plus smoke equals.
Oh, that's a
hidden.
Sorry. That's the
Yeah.
sneaky.
Yeah.
You may take advantage.
It's a 30 to hit them.
That does also hit, yes.
Great. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. 6 plus 7 is 45. No, 43.
Okay. You feel a hand on your shoulder after you stab into someone and they fall over dead. And it is Lanier. And he says, "Where are we going next, child? We can hold these creatures off." He doesn't. Also, he's not holding a weapon, and he does not look like he has been fighting. He says, "We can hold these creatures off, but they will eventually overrun us here. There are too many."
So, I think now we get to the gates at Adventure Incorporated, and we take down Gorm, I guess.
We have taken
Or
this.
we could just get more chumps.
Shh, not right now.
Okay.
We have taken this street. Are there other things here in this village that you need?
I mean, we want the village cleared. But I don't know.
Yeah, he looks behind him and then he looks back at you. We can do that, but what resources can we hold it with? Would it be more effective to hold this place, to clear this village, and make this our stand, and send a small team to strike at the enclave, or will we all go?
Gosh. Let me find out. And Jebeddo turns and runs back to the group.
Okay.
Asher's punching a lot of chumps. All sorts of chumps. He's still enraged. Asher's not there.
Asher's just like,
Asher, what do you want to do?
I think my vote's pretty clear.
Yeah.
And so, like, all of the Dragonspine folks are taken care of in this street. And Jebeddo looks at Keth and he's like, "Okay, Lanier wants to know what we want to do. Do we want to strike at the compound, and like use the army that's here to clear out the rest of the town?"
I feel like we need to keep pushing, and yeah, we can use if we push into the compound, and then if we can't get everybody in, then they can make their stand with at least, the compound's wall behind them, so they just hold that.
All right. Will you find Asher and Jennuvera and meet me back up front? I'm gonna go get who do we want? And Jebeddo he names off Redbridge and Patrick. Who else?
We got a few more. Not Hilarion. Calith. Klug. I can go find him. Omen. As much
Omen
of them
would
we
be
can
awesome.
see
Yeah. And what about the Magic Man? Is he still around?
Yeah, we'll bring him with. He might be able to do something. I don't know if he's. Yeah. Bring him.
So are you guys bringing the whole army, or are you just bringing these people?
Just the group of
crew.
people. Yeah.
Okay.
And so the army, we're going to send, Jebeddo's going to run back to Lanier and be like, "Okay, we're going to have the army hold the town, clear out the town, save all the people. And we're going to assemble the strike force." That sounds pretty cool. I guess we'll assemble them. We'll meet here, and then we'll head up there.
This will not be an easy fight. Prepare yourselves for that.
Wait, is that not?
No, I meant we keep pushing, and then the army holds the gates of the Adventure Incorporated against the 75% of the army that's still out there, and we go in as a crew. But I didn't articulate that well.
That's very different. It's very different than what I thought.
The only part I didn't say was our little group goes in. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Nope, I love it. That's what's been sold. That's the bill of goods that have been sold.
I like it. Yeah, it's good.
Oh boy.
Keth's gonna be like, "What the fuck? I just told him we're taking everybody. What is this fucking guy doing?" Okay. Lanier nods. He takes the list from you, and he begins to gather the strike force. And tells the rest of the army to push out. They're going to spread out and hold the village.
Jennuvera flies down, and she says, "Okay, what are we doing?"
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Jebeddo and Keth.
Okay.
So we're all gonna push towards the compound, and then we're gonna go in. So they'll hold the outside while we're in there.
Yeah, the whole army is gonna hold the town, and the strike force is gonna head up to the gates.
Okay, how are we reaching each of them?
Oh, who's she talking to? Because Keth is looking at Jebeddo like, what?
How are we reaching each of the strike force?
Keth said he just knocked it out. He's so fast.
You got the list? You got everyone on the list? And she pulls out the list.
I got Klug, Omen, Magic Man. Jebeddo, did you get the other
Patrick?
ones?
Elatrix,
Patrick.
Patrick, Caliph, Lanier, Evian, Visong, Redbridge, Adenan, Spooky Todd.
Right, line
Oh, we're
yours.
missing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spooky
Lanier's
Todd.
right here.
Asher descends, no longer in rage. Gives a "What are we doing?" which is basically an air elemental shrugging.
Get ready to make a push. The whole army's gonna make a push.
We've assembled the strike force. Everyone on the list is checked off, and we're gonna go to the gates.
So almost everyone's checked off, and Jebeddo takes off to get the remaining folks.
Okay. Yeah, you run out like you're trying to get Visong. Like no one's seen Visong for a while. And so you're trying to like track down Visong. You see him like on like casting a spell at somebody, and a lizard folk is about to take him out when like a robot just grabs the lizard folk and like tears it in half again, like
Their one
tosses
move.
both sides and moves on. Yeah, that's what they
And
do,
I
man.
knew I'd find you at either the food court or Hot Topic. Come on, let's go.
He's like, the Hot Topic is the burning oil field you were talking about, right? That's so he yeah, you gather everybody up. You have your strike team assembled, and you walk to the edge of where the roadway for the town is. You have a couple of guards or a couple of soldiers who are holding the line there, and you are ready to make your push.
All right.
So
Keth
in
looks
front of
back at-
us, yeah, what do we see in front of us, and what do we see behind us?
So in front of you, great question. Great question. Behind you, you see the burning patch of oil. On the other side of that burning patch of oil, a group of soldiers have made their way to go and fight the ogres. They've heavily loaded that to fight the ogres on the other side of the burning patch, which is they can get to from the road. In front of you, you see the path goes to the two soldiers, and then in front of them is just the sea of lizard folk and gnolls. It is just crowded between you and up the hill to the compound, which you can also see in the distance. So you have to fight through. Basically, this strike team is going to just punch its way forward through this sea of creatures to get to those front gates that are quite a distance off.
So Keth looks back at the entire army and strike force and says, "Everyone, let's push!" And then Keth starts running forward.
The strike force nods.
Just all of them all at once, what is the monotone of head nodding? Because that's what it feels like.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they all nod in their own ways, and off beat, I guess. But it's definitely just they are acknowledging Keth. The
Everyone
army
push
is
forward.
not.
Okay. Not like hurrah! It's like yes.
They're just like, all right.
Then they charge.
Yeah. So the awkward thing about this particular strike force. At its core, you have Patrick and you have Lanier, neither of which are doing anything, it seems. They are just walking along with the strike force. The rest of your strike force is preparing to make moves. So those look like, there'll be some value to that. Elatrix is still making circles above in his quaddle form. Jennuvera, are you flying or are you on foot now?
I will be flying. So I think that as we go through, we have this whole army in front of us. Cool. Me and Elatrix will go ahead of the bunch a little bit in the air, and we will throw fire down. We'll throw lines of fire to give you a path to follow. Magic Man, if you can follow behind the fire to do your clap hand thing, spread people out, and then Keth, Jebeddo, Klug, everyone else, you do your things to get through, like kill the people on the sides, and then Asher, if you want to keep your moon cone to sear some of that, the back of the
It's already gone, and
Swirl.
I can drop.
Okay, we got this.
I'm still an air
Keth
elemental
thinks there's
too.
an army behind him. Keth's like, making this
Boy.
push against it. Army
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
army.
Yeah, you shove
ready.
past the soldiers. You break the line. The strike force comes with you. You guys start cutting deep in. Everybody, so Keth, I guess Jebeddo, Asher, give me attack rolls or whatever it is you're going to do this round. Jennuvera, you can go ahead and throw your fireball or whatever you're going to do.
I'm throwing, so for spell slot reasons, I am throwing Scorching Rays.
Okay.
So they're kind of doing the same thing, but just like I can do like a billion of them.
And Magic Man's doing the same thing. He's firing off Scorching Rays.
Yeah, we're a team of Scorching Rays.
It looks like Kaelith and Visong, they're firing off spells as well. Omen has taken up the front line alongside Keth. Redbridge is on his other side. She's swinging in deep with these axes as she charges forward. Spooky Todd is on the back. He's like protecting the rear as taking
He's just
these
scaring
shots.
people away.
Yeah. Mostly the soldiers.
I rolled a 16 and a 15.
Keep your spots. You know where you're supposed to be.
You will not move. Okay.
What did you get, Asher?
16 and a 15.
Okay, you don't really find a whole lot of purchase with this time.
No, I didn't think I would.
How about you, Keth?
Lowest was a 16. Does that hit?
The 16 does not.
Okay, and I'm sorry, then a nat 1, so that was quite low.
Good lord.
Yeah.
How have you not tripped over yourself 10 times this round?
I don't know. It's been noted though. So.
Yeah, I know. Several times.
So
You're building up
48
bad
damage.
karma.
48 damage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Jebeddo, how about you?
29 to hit.
Yep.
And 54 damage.
Okay. Okay. Evian is at the core of this. She is carrying her spear. She is still not looking particularly proficient with it. The heavy drapery she is wearing to protect herself now as she is outside of her soldiers. Her honor guard is still back holding the town. But she's just draped in heavy cloth. Does not seem to be helping her in any real capacity there. And it looks like Adnan, you only saw it real quick, Jebeddo, but the last time you glanced at him, he had a small mixing bowl in his hand and was actively mixing something as you guys left that space. So it's a good thing Omen is there, because almost immediately as you guys push out, this small group just gets surrounded by lizard folk and gnolls. Redbridge is doing her best. The people from Omen are fighting back. Todd, Klug's just swooping in and out. You've got spellcasters and people doing nothing in the center of this strike force.
Protect Patrick at all costs. It's just we got this fucking grandpa and this 8-year-old in the middle of our who brought these people to war?
2 8-year-olds. We got Evian just kind of playing.
Yeah.
Playing with her spear.
Yeah. Patrick's protect me at all costs.
I love it.
I'm just a baby boy.
I'm just a
I'm just a small child. Oh,
Don't
please.
hurt me. We should put him in the front of these lines.
Everyone is so irresponsible for bringing me in the first place.
God, Patrick is my favorite.
He's so good.
Visong puts his hands together and he opens opens them out wide, and a black circle appears between them. Several tentacles lashing out and swiping into these creatures, like tossing them away, and then he draws the tentacles back in. Elatrix swoops down and grabs up 4 or 5 lizard folk and gnolls with his talons and just launches them up over the air, trying to clear the path. Go ahead and give me what I need from everybody is a defensive roll. So either strength, dexterity, or constitution. Whatever one of those rolls you choose, just give me a d20 roll from those.
Are we adding ability score or saving throw?
Ability score.
Okay.
Oh,
18.
shit. 17.
17.
14.
Okay.
Does it matter which one we chose, or?
It doesn't. So the creatures try to press in, and as a whole, the group does a pretty good job keeping them at bay, fighting them off. But already you can tell so much as this strike force pushes forward. So much of the attention of this horde of creatures has moved to you guys. Jennuvera, there are so many arrows flying up at you. You cannot help but be hit by them. You just don't have a choice. And those of you on the edges, the periphery of this group, also are just getting hit. You are taking damage just by attrition. So, Jennuvera, you take 7 damage. Asher, you take 4. Keth, you take 3. And Jebeddo, you take 6.
Where is the army?
Hey everyone, just a couple quick reminders. If you like the show, don't forget to tell your friends. And you can head over to patreon.com/adventureinc and become a patron as well. You can also head to our website, adventureincpod.com, for links to our social media and the store where you can find t-shirts, stickers, and more. That's all. We'll see you next week.
Serious business.